In today's show, we're taking a look from McFarlane's Toys, Double Trouble, Azrael Batman Armor, DC Multiverse, Red and Blue, Platinum Edition. Stay tuned. All right, and welcome back to the show, guys. Welcome back. It's good to have you all. I'm your host, Red, and welcome to R.P.Animations. I wanted to take the time to dedicate this review today to two outstanding gentlemen, Collect to Disconnect and New York Backyard Legend. Both of these gentlemen did a fantastic live show last night. Gentlemen, I had to leave a little bit earlier. I had to work early this morning at 5 a.m., so I couldn't stick around any longer to your show. So I don't know what time you guys ended the show, but it was fantastic to be on there. It was fantastic to have a conversation per se in the comment section. I wasn't part of the show. They were just live streaming. I don't know if this is the first show that these gentlemen put together. Overall, they discussed everything. They showed their behind the scenes, loved looking at their shelves. Again, guys, I'm not a collector because I don't have the space in my Miami condo. I'm more tending to the animator, but you guys know that to animate, the one enemy I have against me is time. So I wanted to take a moment to give a shout out. I came home. I was going to edit the videos that I had already recorded during the Halloween before I was sent over to the West Coast to do the hurricane, do assessments and assisting over there. But I saw last night that Collect to Disconnect held up the Azrael from 3 years ago, the White Knight Azrael with the sword. And that was actually the first figure I did on my channel. My very first video. I didn't know anything about action figure reviews. I had very little knowledge of a lot of things, how action figures work, QC, how McFarlane works, how DC works, whatnot. But the one thing that he hit the nail on the head that I said 3 years ago is that you can't stand up that figure correctly. And it was very top heavy. Fast forward 3 years later, when I got home, I wanted to do this video, which is what I'm doing today and what you're looking at today. And the funny thing is that about this is that once again, McFarlane fails to check the quality of this video. It's the same repeat mode, rinse and repeat. If you notice, the platinum one, I have them pigeon toe facing each other so he could stand up straight and stay balanced. And if you guys didn't know that trick in life, gentlemen, if you want your back to be straight, nobody's going to look at your feet. When you're in a setting, a conversation, if you pigeon toe your feet a little bit, it'll automatically straighten your back. Here's my complaint. I'll begin with my rant. Then I'll begin what I've done here. The rant here is, guys, McFarlane did not add any hands, any open palm hands to fight with Batman, just strictly so. He put this together. The same thing goes. I don't understand the mentality. Please don't tell me it's too much plastic, because I recently got my Sergeant Rock and there's plenty of accessories in there. You can do the same thing. Now, I've got the blue already assembled, which is supposedly the Platinum Edition. But the only difference here, guys, is that the hands are not silver like the red one. Supposedly the sculpt is in the boot, but it really isn't. It's still the same sculpt as the White Knight Azrael. And the wings, the mechanical wings that come with it. So I assembled the blue one first so I can review the red one. It's the same figure, guys. It's the same nonsense. Nothing's changed. I assemble it so you guys can see it assembled. Look at it. It's got a beautiful, like, bowling ball, sparkling metallic blue on it. And let's see if we can get it to focus. Nothing's changed about the figure. Everything looks the same. Let me just adjust my tripod here. Everything looks the same, guys. We're looking at the figure itself. The blades don't do anything else. They can just shift up and down, but they don't do anything else on here. And I got to go back and see what these blades did in the actual comic or omnibus, if you guys have it or don't. share with me in the comments. And guys, I'm going to say another little rant that I said last night when I was on their comment section in the live feed. I stopped following large channels that get stuff for free, because when you get stuff for free and you start whining and complaining, even though that's kind of an insult to all of us who pay for figures. You know, if you're going to complain and hush to that to the company. You know, don't embarrass the company lad who's giving you the. Set that as a sidebar with them. Just give your opinion of what you like and what you don't like, and even though you got it for free, be very grateful. And last but not least, there are channels out there that I stopped on following because there's some great work out there that people are doing, and when you go to the comments to congratulate them, I don't see an interaction and engagement. I don't care how big you are. If you don't show at least some engagement with your followers, you're just saying you don't give a shit about them. Excuse the language. And that's not the way that I operate. Engagement is the name of the game. So here it is, the blue armored one. So I'm going to set the blue aside. And before all of you start whining and crying, oh, but Red, why didn't you do the blue? Why are you doing the red? This channel's called Red Pill Animation. I tend to favor the red. So I'm going to bring the red closer. Now, I've got him not pigeon-toed because we're going to put the wings together. But overall, feels like a solid piece. Feels like the other one. Nothing's changed other than this extra armor that was added to it. Obviously, I think I remember seeing that this is like a machine gun or flamethrower. I can't remember what it does. I'm going to go back and look at all of it. And there is another Azrael that's out there that I haven't been able to get or collect. And that's okay. I think I've had enough of this Azrael if McFarlane doesn't include anymore. And so you're looking at it, it's basically the same figure. Now, let's talk about housekeeping, because God forbid McFarlane includes anything else on there. Here's the housekeeping. That's it. Same card for the blue and the red. Pause it if you want to read it. All right. You only get these two. Please, McFarlane, if you would have added hands, that would break my heart. Please don't do that. And we'll take a look at the articulation, guys. This is what you get. You get some side to side. I know Legend doesn't like to do the 360. I just do it so you guys can see that the range is there. I think after you put the blade, you may not get the same area or not. He does look down like that, very robotic. I just love the way this looks. And I tend to favor the villains because I always thought they were the cooler ones and the good guys. But I always said, you can't have a strong superhero if you don't have an overpowering villain. That's just my quote. So you could do that. I didn't mess around too much, but there's no bicep articulation because of this right here. And the wrist does do this. And a lot of this is nothing new that we haven't seen. You get that much of a split, which is I'm quite surprised. You get that much of a kick. You get double jointed. In the elbows, you get a double jointed too, but I don't think you can do much with the machine gun or the flamethrower hose. And this is supposed to be like the boot mechanism that McFarlane created, where it's part of that. But on this side here, come on, McFarlane, you can do better than this. And you should not have added this. It's almost like McFarlane is not present at the QC when these figures are out. Yeah, put it together, slap a price on it, let's sell it. I get it. He sells it for a cheap price, but he's always whining about, look how much plastic. Forget about the plastic, bro. You got to give the people what they want. And that's always been my philosophy. Give the people what they want. And trust me, that's what this channel is going to do eventually in the long run. And focusing in here, I'm going to add the wings, guys, so you guys can see here the detail of the wings. Sorry, I hit the camera. I hit the light. I'm all over the place. This is what the wings look like. They're all the same, guys. They're kind of like a blade. Kind of reminds me of the new Spider-Man Vulture with Michael Keaton as the Vulture. Really love the aesthetics of that. So here we go. This is where you plug in the wing. That's it. It's as simple as that. You put them in there, that slot. It's the second one. Here's the third. This is what it looks like. There's no other function other than going up and down. So in your animation, you can probably do that as with whirling servo sounds in there. I'm putting it behind camera, guys, real quickly. Just give me a chance. And if they break, you know, you can always glue them in there and that's it, because they really have no other function. Absolutely beautiful. I always thought this uniform was weird. I just didn't understand because I didn't follow the story too long. I didn't know who this was until, you know, I got into all this. So with that said, guys, this is what it is. This is the figure. This is what it looks like. Again, I love the red one. And I believe that Bones did a video on it. I have to catch up on all my videos where I think he did a custom with it and even added hands, I think. I could be wrong. Let me know, Bones, in the comments. McFarlane, I know you watch my videos. Please include some hands. The people are asking for that. It's not rocket science what we're asking for. So if you don't mind, you know, putting that in there. To the two beautiful gentlemen, Collect and Legend, thank you so much for letting me participate in the comments. Thank you. I know that I always say this all the time. I'm a very controversial figure. I'm an acquired taste. I'm very difficult, but I'm only doing it because I'm a consumer like you. Nobody's giving you the figures. Nobody's giving me the figures. Nobody's reaching out. After 600 McFarlane videos, I have yet to hear McFarlane reach out to me or email me and say, thank you for everything that you've done. They always send it to these other guys. I don't understand why. I don't care either. But with that said, guys, let me know if you guys are going to pick up this Azrael. Is this something that you're going to have added to your collection, part of your other Azraels? Let me know if this is something that you're going to get. Please share, like, hit the notification. And last but not least, I want to thank all the beautiful people that are out there that have subscribed. I may not have millions of subscribers, but like I always say, I prefer quality over quantity, and we're growing the channel little by little. You guys are fulfilling my dreams of being a YouTube subscriber, so please continue to subscribe and enjoy out there. So with that said, me and Azrael, we're done. This review's over, so we are out.